Okay, since the photographs you've just seen, I've just spent about half an hour or so with the flat wheels in the Dremel, going over and removing the excess fiberglass. Obviously, I originally ground out the cracked fiberglass to try and get rid of the crack itself, so it won't obviously come back again. That was the reason for taking all this out in the first place, and then wanting to replace with the supporting structure behind, and then as much fiberglass as possible, only allowing for a thin film of filler afterwards. So yeah, I've taken them all off wherever I can get to try and move as much as I can. Obviously just checking between these two surfaces as to when it was below the level. Obviously I just want to put a little bit of skimming or filler all the way around on all the different areas. So I'm going to give it a spread of filler probably tomorrow now, and then see how it looks like when I do the rubbing down. I've also spent a bit of time trying to get rid of some of the resin. Some of the resin sort of comes off quite easily. It's all going to need to be keyed anyway. That's just a sort of like a key surface anyway, so I'm not worried about marking the existing fiberglass because it's all going to be primered, prepared and painted anyway. And obviously done the same down here. Come a little bit more there, so I might put a little bit more of resin and matting in there just to build up a little bit. Obviously there's a bit of an air gap when I put it on in the first place. Obviously you do have to take off quite a lot of what you put on. It's obviously quite a messy process getting the fiberglass on. It's not as nice as filler is at times, so it's quite hard to sort of control it, particularly with the wheel sort of flopping around. So you do realise you have to take off quite a lot of what you put on, just because you need the coverage, and then you can trim it off afterwards. So yeah, it's come on quite well at the moment. I still haven't touched this other area that I noticed was cracked. I'm going to leave that rather than hack into it, the structure anymore. Wait till if everything else is stabilised, then do this one afterwards. So yeah, gonna give it a good wipe down, and then say maybe mix a little bit of filler tomorrow morning and put this on and see how it all progresses from there. It's been a few days since I last worked on those can. I've been doing some other little projects. The last thing I did was to actually smooth down these areas of the fiberglass with the sanding pad in the Dremel, just to take off the rough areas and make sure it was below the surface it needs to be. I'm now going to go over it. I've just started going with a 320 grit paper just to take off any of the, say, rougher areas and remains of some of the resin that was on here as well, just to sort of get it ready for the first coat of filler. So I'm going to carry on doing the bottom piece I haven't done yet down here, and then we'll get ready and mix them up after that. I won't do any deeper than or any wider than that, because I will be going over this with an orbital sander later on to try and get rid of any other areas. So I might just get that bit off there, maybe that bit, and that sort of gives me probably 2 inches around the working area that's ready to take some filler. And then these areas I'll tackle later on when I get the sander out. Well, I had to go out and pick up some new filler. All the stuff I had all gone off after not being used for about a year, maybe not sealed up properly in the damp garage and all. So yeah, it got a bit hard. So that little pot cost me about a tenner. A bit more than I expected, to be honest, but there you go. So I've had to go mixing up the normal proportions and just put a piece in all the holes. Got a little bit harder than obviously required. Some areas will need redoing again. It just depends how the first sort of sand down comes out. This should only take about quarter of an hour to sort of go off, and then you can start working if you want to. I've got a few other little projects on the go. I've got a bit of powder coating going on over there at the moment. I'm doing something else in the kit car as well, so I may get a chance to sand something down later on tonight. Just have to see how the evening plays itself out.